Yep, thank you. People are forming a line in front of
back.
me. So things seem to be going on.
Just the cops have been. This has been like a neutral shit to say. It's all bullshit. This whole situation, man. The police state's never been more exposed than they have been in the cities of Seattle.
So I don't know what.
And cop ride slowly started.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, these are paintball smoke bombs, someone's telling me. Yeah, paintball smoke bombs. Yes, people, I think, trying to disrupt the police sight lines by throwing paintball smoke bombs into the front area.
I mean, it's gone full Hawk Horn.
So people,
Portland, by the
looks
way.
like they were tossing in some smoke bombs and the police really started shooting to disrupt sight lines.
This is a civil disturbance and we have declared an unlawful assembly.
I actually think that was smoke and not tear gas.
I gotta do some real quick.
Yeah, I believe I was incorrect. That's colored smoke and not tear gas.
Stay tight! Stay tight! Move up!
People in the crowd around me saying, stay together, stay tight, get in the crowd and move up. I'm going to avoid filming that. Stay together! Police again using flashbang munitions.
I mean, I'd hate to reset the scene because it's all live. You can watch previous ones, but just because this is what I was supposed to do. I'm burnt as fuck, by the way. I mean, I know everybody else is protesting, and that's why I'm still here fucking watching. And watching to the goddamn narrative that's truly happening and not letting anybody else tell you what the hell is happening. It's Corey and Bruce. They just state shit. Oh, you guys are mean. This has been declared a super dildo factory. And then they just kept saying that for the last half an hour.
Here we go. So this is why folks move.
Oh boy, going in.
So police have moved into the center of the square. You can see a chunk of the crowd around here, and then a chunk of the crowd behind me.
Fuck.
So they're moving into the crowd. Yeah, and we are here. We are here on the crowd behind me. So they're moving into the crowd. Yeah, and we are here. We're here on sort of a little bit of a phalanx line that seems to be forming. People are putting umbrellas up around me. Ah! I just got hit. Ah, right in the fucking fingers. Yeah, they got me good. With a glass one, it seems. I don't taste pepper, but they got me real good in the fucking fingers. They were shooting at my chest, though. Because my hand was on my chest, so they hit me real good. So the crowd, they appear to be trying to surround the crowd and cut it up. Again,
pepper balls!
I have a trespass clearly displayed in front of me.
Pepper balls!
Someone has thrown another smoke bomb. I'm going to try to get on this side of things to kind of cover what's going to happen. So the police are moving in, and oh boy, we got
filming with the police. You need to fucking start rotating like they did. You cannot be there when they correct it. You cannot be broken. You cannot let them run the fucking streets.
Get on a couple of sides here, and moving directly into the crowd, shooting into the crowd, firing impact munitions directly into people, and they shot me. Right, they were aiming for my chest, clearly. I think maybe even aiming at my trespass, because they shot, my hand was right next to it.
It would be ironic aiming at the trespass.
Yeah.
Full-on assault of the First Amendment, protesting and reporting.
Sizable crowd of police here. Journalists. All right, they're moving forward. Huh? Yeah, we seem to be surrounded. They're behind us, too. Police moving up here too. So we're going to move back into the crowd because the police are moving up in heavy force here. You can see sizable riot lines. It's just behind us. Sizable riot lines of police moving at people. Yeah. Again, I don't think they're respecting. But it's right on the pass.
Yo, look at this shit.
Really, we got someone down on the ground here.
All right, that's what the fuck we're protesting, by the way. Oh yeah, that's right there exactly. Fucking thugs. Fucking psycho.
I think someone got hit in the leg. What happened? We got somebody down. Yeah, we've got medics on somebody who's on the ground now. Can't really move. Not sure if they got hit on the leg or not. So, police clearing out the crowd now, hand to hand, with direct munitions, direct impact stuff. I don't know, there's much to film that way. We got journalists. Huh? Yeah. We've got, see an individual getting forced back here by a line of police. I think they're arresting him. I get the arrest as long as I can. It's important to film arrests. So again, no, they just said they would use force. So, and we've got, I think, crowds seeming to be forming up in a couple of areas here. Police forcing people back, clearing out everything. Yeah, again, I think they aimed at my press pass when they shot at me. They hit me in the hands that were holding it. Well, in the hand that was holding it. So we had a fun little kerfuffle there. Definitely some arrests. Police moving into the crowd in more force than they have before. I tasted some tear gas.
With some police brutality in there still.
Going to use a little bit of that.
Fucking psycho.
I can confirm that. Yeah, really, you just have. Oh, and here we have. Okay, so we've got police telling the crowd here. You can see here a sizable crowd still telling them to leave the area. Crowd has. So.
This is a civil disturbance, and we have declared an unlawful assembly. Leave the area now, or you'll be subject to
So they seem to have cut the group in half in both areas. Well, I was hit. They shot me in the. I think they shot at my press pass. You can see over here. They're they seem to be smoking and gassing. Yeah, that's some more tear gas. So a lot of tear gas here, I think, over on that side. Yeah, they're really, and that's a lot of flashbang grenades too. Yeah, flashbangs and tear gas over here. We have a crowd here. They want to disperse and okay. No, I have a group with me. Yeah, let's So, again, we see a sizable police riot line here. I'm sure they're about to move up. On a couple of sides.
Leave the area now. Use of force and arrest. This is the former police area. This is a civil disturbance and we have declared an unlawful assembly. Leave now. The area now or you'll be sent.
And I'm getting it back on my sister. Trying to avoid exposing places. Maybe. I don't want to repeat that. I know, people say a lot. So we've got a fence, actually. Yeah. Thank you. So it looks like, I'm going to show you here, this fence has been, and you can see. So this is in the back of the crowd that I showed. I'll show their feet here. This is the front of the crowd. In the back of it, we've got a little fence deployed. You can see like what I'm guessing is kind of what's it called, a flare to help make it visible. We've set up a fence. We're warning the crowd that there's a big corral behind them all, which I'm sure is true.
To Burnside. Waterfront to 13.
We have another crowd behind me here. Move forward. I can see police to the north too. So again, we just kind of have lanes and crowds of people. And we've got police here too. We got a lot of undercovers out tonight. We're gonna have a solid. It's not super undercover. So there's the police. Rolling through, and again, this kind of, I don't know if I'm exposing it, but this kind of vaguely formed crowd. And I do think a little what we've seen here, still a lot of people, if you look ahead of me, a sizable number of people still deployed here. People who held up a long time during kind of the justice center as they were fired vaguely on by the police. But once the police moved in and pulled with clubs, we're getting paddled. Once the police moved forward with clubs and shooting people directly in the body with munitions, the crowd kind of split up, and they were able to pretty successfully cut the crowd into a few chunks. But now there's several large, and the nice thing about I guess the effective thing about, we're being peddled. The leaderless sort of thing is that each of these crowds, thank you, each of these crowds is, thank you so much. Each of these crowds is kind of independently organized, not like a hierarchy. You sort of know what to do to get, which is a real strength that this sort of situation has. And that's kind of why we split it up, so obviously the crowd doesn't have a kind of mass, which does make it easier for the police to deal with a variety of munitions. But it also makes for because if you kind of have multiple sources, police spreading out, so if you're looking at this kind of an attrition thing, it still sort of allows the crowd to stay towards the sources by staying out in the street.
Leave the area from southwest Lincoln to Burnside, Waterfront Park to 13.
Yeah, there's a lot of police out there. This might be the largest number of police I've seen kind of organized and simple. I don't know, just kind of back with the crowd.
Yeah, you see that shit?
Yeah. And it does look like the crowd has been pretty well scattered. Yeah, oh, no, now we have it.
I can see part of my bathroom.
Well, you should watch it on your phone. Yeah, I got it all recorded if you want to watch, basically. The moment shit started going sideways again, the cops just came on another flank. I said it in the stream, I'll say it again. You're gonna have to start fucking being like Hong Kong. You gotta be like water. Listen, I'm pausing it, muting it. People, if you're gonna fucking, you've gotta be like water. That's all I'm gonna fucking say. They did the same thing they did in L.A. and all the other cities, man. They just came up,
Yeah.
split them in half, beat the shit. I got some police brutality caught on cam, by the way. That was fucking dope. One dude was just recording an arrest, 3 cops on one, on the chopper cam. Luckily, chopper cams fucking might be good guys. Kind of feel bad for the laser boys. I know it's giving away some identities, but we caught it on tape. Dude was just fucking recording the cops. The cop dude started fucking with him, and then he fucking hit him. He fucking took a big swing at him. Dude started walking away. Dude tried to take another swing at him and turn it, and then sprayed him in the face, and then sprayed him in the face again. I'm like, that's exactly what's being protested, you stupid fucks.
Yep, they're showing why it needs to be protested. They're just giving more and more reasons.
Yeah, it's like these it's just bull. Like,
like as soon as I heard like the fucking I was like, oh my gosh, it's like it's starting and of course I'm in the bathroom.
yeah, man. Maybe it's better you don't see it sometimes. I'll tell you that much. It hurts watching it.
Oh, believe me, I know. Like I said, man, seeing that 75-year-old dude get pushed over and bleeding from his ears. It was horrifying. Like that shit was gory as fuck. And the worst part was you could see like a cop have like a moment of humanity. Like, oh shit, I gotta help this guy. And then you see another cop push him like, nah, keep going.
Continuing to follow the crowd in a vehicle to the
And then it was up to like the fucking National Guard guys to come over and help him out.
Yeah. Okay. So we got.
They shot fucking. They shot Robert Evans.
Yeah, right in the chest.
Just showing him the press. I was like, well, if you don't need a bigger metaphor, what they think of the First Amendment, your right to protest and freedom of the press, they don't fucking care.
Again, my press pass is very clearly displayed.
Yeah, showed him.
More arrests going on chopper cam. He's throwing a guy. He's trying to get away with this chase.
Oh my gosh, yeah, dude with the fucking clear umbrella, like fuck your umbrella, and then
just threw somebody's phone over there.
Threw him.
I think it's because they realized it would look bad.
Oh my gosh. Look at this shit. It's literally an army of these dudes. Like it's on a few people.
Welcome to the police state. One by one, they get us all. This is fucking gross. This is what I would say mean, like, the fucking right-wingers, man, they're so brainwashed, they don't see how this is gross. It's just like, well...
Yeah, and anyone who's like, oh, man, these, like, the police aren't all bad, like, I mean, this is literally all the police in Portland, you know?
This is
quite literally all the police in Portland just saying, fuck the First Amendment, fuck peaceful protesting.
Police definitely use tear gas.
Just fuck protesting.
Fuck y'all rights.
Remember, you're adding the word peaceful into it. Nowhere in the word protest is the word peaceful implied.
Yeah.
Original. Like, I mean.
Yeah, it's redundant. It's redundant if I say protest.
Like, it's a protest. Like, if you're not uncomfortable, then it's not a protest.
By Riot munitions. I don't know what it was. It didn't smell. I didn't smell like pepper spray, so I don't think it was a pepper ball. It felt like.
You know, they're not protesting because everything's right in the world and let's have peace. They're protesting because everything's wrong, and you need to fucking realize it ASAP.
Yeah, they were just shooting the hell out of us.
I mean, that's literally what the fuck it is. Like,
yeah,
it's not even a metaphor. I mean, that's the truth.
Happened.
And the fact that, like, you know, you got from the president down to mayors and governors and all that shit, be like, no, no protesting.
We're gonna continue to follow along for a bit. No, it didn't.
That's why they want the narrative to be the looting and shit. Because meanwhile, it's fucking police riots and mass arrests on the First Amendment.
And again, tear gas was supposed to be banned except for in situations where the police feared for their lives. So I guess they were the plastic bottles being chucked made them fear for their lives. Because they sure did gas the crowd. Now, they were also a lot more physical today. And one of the arguments that they made for why they needed tear gas is that it allowed them to avoid being physical with the crowd. It is interesting because today they both deployed tear gas on the crowd and shot people directly with munitions. And
the entire fucking Portland Police Department is cracking down on people.
Yeah, they're not going after fucking corrupt politicians, the rich and all that other shit, bro. They got everybody in their fucking mom on this
normal
case.
People in their community that they're supposed to be like, hey, man, I'm on y'all side, you know. Like, how do you look at these people on the other side of you, right? And be like, yes, I'm here to protect you guys as you're tear gassing and arresting, you know.
That's why we chant at them. All that other shit.
Like, how can in your brain justify it? It's like, well, you guys were staring at us too long and it made me feel uncomfortable. I felt
Do some
unsafe.
water
So for me to feel, for me to feel safer, I gotta make sure y'all are in prison or in jail and y'all getting tear gas and beat the shit out of.
Yo, speaking of all that though, did I tell you that propaganda vid's up on the Gray Zone? Make sure you peep that. 25 minutes, with just some real good shit on there. You gotta check that shit out.
Get back out on the street. You can see here the police.
They talk about how like those cops that knee and march with the people, make it into a parade and shit. They kind of go into talking about more about the police issues, how like that shit doesn't mean absolutely goddamn anything. And that's why I've started to turn the issue more towards the war on drugs and fucking like what was it Corey was saying too with the traffic fucking citations and money making schemes. Like you're gonna have to turn the issue into that too. Like
yeah, like they should not have quotas. You know, like you gotta write this many things, you gotta make us this much money.
They shouldn't have immunity. They shouldn't be so fucking trained to be psychos. They shouldn't be fucking enforcing draconian bullshit, made up fucking anti-American laws. All this shit. Like if the police worried more about what the police did instead of what the fuck the protesters did, we wouldn't even be having this big of an issue.
Yeah, we wouldn't be.
We wouldn't be in this issue.
Yeah, if police actually, that's the ironic part. If police actually did their job properly, this would never been an issue.
Yep.
This would never be an issue.
I'll say this: the police have avoided rioting as much as they usually do.
Like it honestly is like sick when you think about like what America is supposed to be built on. You know, like what freedom is supposed to look like, and you see this
not
shit.
Sure what they were able to see,
I know it ain't this.
If I show younger me these videos, these images, he'd be horrified.
That's why I said I'm constantly trying to study up on the founding fathers and shit like this, man, to understand what the fuck. They showed it again. They got it on the. They got it. Yeah, they're showing it again. On the KT, look, they're doing it again. Watch. This is what the fuck I was pissed. This is what should piss everybody about.
Yeah, he pepper sprayed him. Then
watch this shit.
Dude turned his face, covered his eyes.
Look, he's just doing. Look, he's fucking.
Yeah, hey, get on the ground. Like, hey, I'm just recording, man. Leave me alone.
No, right here, this, right here.
And
look.
See, look at that.
I'm just doing my First Amendment. I'm watching, protesting. What? He's like, all right, get out. Look, he's strong arming him. Look, and the guy's like, bro, go do your fucking do so, you piece of shit. Bop, look. Oh, that's police brutality. That's what we're protesting.
Yep.
Oh, but that ain't. He's stalking him. Oh yeah, there's police brutality. And watch this. Ready? Aggravating. Bop, but double. Like that's like 5 different issues right there that we're fucking mad about. And look, he's look at him walking away like a fucking psycho. It's fucking disgusting.
I mean,
and this ain't an isolated incident. It's happening in every city, in every police department. They do this shit, and people are still like sucking their dick. Fuck you.
Licking their boots. Like that's that shit, man. Literally, motherfuckers just sitting there recording him, and he's like, no cameras.
I'm a fucking, chemically assault you and physically assault you for using your First Amendment. Like, welcome to the police state. I'm glad they ran that back. Thank you.
Because they know they are fucking wrong. And they don't want people to see it.
I just, like I said, man, you know, all that sadness and shit touches me, but watching the fucking freedom die and shit just hurts me, too.
Yeah, it reminds me of that scene in Star Wars when Palpatine crowns himself Emperor in Return of the Sith. Or Revenge of the Sith, and Padme says, "So this is how democracy dies in a war of applause," you know, just how like sad she is whenever like she sees everybody just embracing tyranny.
Yep.
And that's how I feel every time I see one of these fuckheads, you know, online fucking keyboard warriors being like, "Yeah, like this is justified. This is what I want in my country."
8 or 9 times at least.
That's how I feel when I see these people just like, oh, you know.
That's why I said this shit just, it hurts and it pisses me off because this is not a fucking left-right issue in the fucking slightest, and any motherfucker that pretends it is just ignores the fact that this has always been an issue in
Anyone who
reality.
sees this shit, I guarantee you, man, you get one of these fucks who are like, oh yeah, you know, like it's like the police don't deserve all this. Hey, like it's only one, it's an isolated event. You show them these videos like back to back to back, right?
And then
And be
they'll,
like, yo,
yeah.
all if you could get all these police brutality incidents just from this week and sit them down in a room, be like, hey, watch this video, and they'll be like, oh wow, so this was happening over the years. Like, no, my guy, this was this past week.
Any situation like this where
You know, this was 1 week.
a little bit of an arm race. And so we seem to be at the point where the police have evolved their tactics and very successfully kicked out, knocked out some protesters, and disrupted things kind of earlier than usual. So let's expect in
Look
kind
at
of
that
subsequent
cop
days,
on
we'll
fucking
see
Robert Evans
protesters
shit.
to adapt to this
Cop just rolling down the street, see
strategy,
somebody,
with
oh, lights
physical
on.
barricade, cutting in groups of people to wall off protesters, shooting direct impact munitions. You know, we did have folks with umbrellas set up, but once they kind of gassed out the first line, people were kind of slow to get the umbrellas up to actually.
This is why you gotta go full Hong Kong tactics. Like they showed in the video, you can't just be there the whole fucking time waiting to confront them. You cannot win that.
Where things are going to evolve is that
You have to be. That shit I've been saying this entire week. You gotta be willing to take some shots and give them right back to them at this rate.
I don't know about that. I think they should just fucking move like they do in Hong Kong.
Because you are.
The cops going to move in on you, you're already gone.
It's like you already got them outnumbered and just mow them down.
Like, we can't accept people getting arrested. Not one motherfucker should get arrested for the first time. People should be out there helping.
And and that's why they ganged up on them like so many. I think is because they know that if they don't, splinter people off and shit, and it's one guy just like beating the shit out of somebody as he's trying to pepper spray, as he's trying to arrest them, other protesters gonna knock that dude's lights out.
That's why it's just gang war out here. It's the people versus the fucking police state.
So again, what we're gonna
It's a gang war.
Now you see why Willow feared this shit. Because it's just gonna be the fucking mob mentality over and over again with fucking suckers.
It is legitimately hard for me to watch this shit and be like, this is America.
That's why you have to watch it though.
Yeah, like what a joke.
There's a point of evolution that either the crowd
this is like some
allows
European
itself
shit,
consistently get scattered,
Well,
or the
this
crowd
is Europe,
comes to grips with Riot.
No, not America. This is where they still got a queen.
Not really seen on a mass scale in most of the U.S. There's definitely some of that has happened. But it is the kind of thing, if you look back at like the Maidan uprising in 2013-14 in Kiev, Ukraine, that involved a hell of a lot of huge groups of armed and armored people, like citizens, coming directly hand to hand and fighting with the police. And that was like a daily occurrence. Now, part of what made that possible is that like the protesters were occupying a central chunk of the city that they basically built into their own little temporary autonomous zone, little city of their own. And that allowed them to kind of build defenses and have, contingency plans. And these are all sort of more temporary things where every night kind of a group shows up here in Portland. Oh, cool. So this is a beanbag this is one of the munitions they've been firing at people. So these are like the beanbag rounds. It looks like it's just like filled with fucking something like dark and almost charcoal. It's like a charcoal. Yeah, it seems like it's almost filled with a charcoal thing. I've been taking munitions home, but this one seems like a messy one to take home. Yeah. So these are what they're shooting people with. Yeah. Yeah, that might have been what that definitely is what some people were hitting. So they have done a little bit of like cop rioting, shooting people. It doesn't look like lead, but I don't know. So again, it does look like we can see a group of people forming up here to march back. So I'm not sure how many folks will be able to reform because they really cut us. Back earlier when they shot me was kind of the last time that we had a big group of people, and they cut everything up into like 3 or 4 initially, and then push those groups further. So we have police coming up from behind us. Wow, a lot of them. Kind of crossing from street to street. Just kind of driving around in large groups. Oh yeah, we can see a group of folks here. So it does seem like we have a group of folks up here. Large group of folks. So at least one large group of folks succeeded in getting together up here. So that's interesting. think we're going to have more luck going this way. Lots of police. So I wouldn't be surprised if they are.
Jeez.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they were planning to do a whole bunch of arrests.
This might be mass arrest night.
So many police in the streets tonight. This is the heaviest police presence that we have seen in the streets of Portland so far. I feel confident saying that. This is the first time I felt like they really had the streets very well locked down. So oh boy, and yeah, they're grenading people over here. Yeah. So they've started grenading. We're going to try to get close and see what's happening. And yeah, you've just got, police vehicles moving all around. Small groups of folks who have clearly peeled off and maybe had enough for the night. Just so, I can't overstate the number of police vehicles that we're seeing in the street. Now, one thing that seems to be true is that kind of the percentage of police vehicles that are like, have riot police hanging off the sides is lower than it's been most nights. You know, usually that's been like the bulk of the cars that we've seen, and kind of normal police cars have been a minority. There's a lot more normal police cars than undercover. So if I had to guess what's happening, the Portland police have gotten every vehicle into the streets that they can, even if that means each like group of vehicles is kind of less individuals. I think they have every possible vehicle in the streets right now to try to, yeah. They are now heading to where, like, the crowd has kind of gone to where the police told them to head initially, and the police are still following them. So again, an awful lot, we can see one here, an awful lot of undercovers, awful lot of normal police cars rolling through the streets. All right, we've got walk sign.
You there?
And again, you can see here, more folks.
Hello?
So, just a very weird, surreal night on the streets of Portland. Although, you know, I will say more restrained than the cop riot nights. Sunday and Tuesday were the police.
This is just how America dies, man. This is just how America dies.
Although there seems to be some of that. They've definitely been shooting grenades. They've been shooting beanbags, although, you know, we just caught the actual munitions on the ground.
Look at this, bro. Look at top right. Look at top right. They just pulled that dude off a bike.
What?
I have a shitload of battery banks with me at all times, y'all. Like
top right of the command center. They just pulled it off a bike.
Like when I was in Syria, when I was in Iraq, my normal reporting kit, I try to always have in my bag.
And then they telling somebody to go away.
To like do my job for 2 to 3 days without finding an outlet. So I have a lot of batteries. I'm gonna put in one of them now. And the important thing is to kind of like never let yourself go below 70.
They're capturing and arresting.
Oh, cool. They're arresting people. Not
depressing.
Cool, but they look to be arresting quite a few people here.
Yeah. Here's a real terrifying thing about it, man.
Yeah. Oh boy.
With how people are protesting right now,
so
and how
we may be witnessing a sizable arrest. Stay on the end.
There's only one way it can go. You know.
Yeah.
They are. Yeah, they're making it to where it's only going to end in blood.
So JFK said, man, still my president.
So
he ain't lied when he said it.
Arresting just a fuckload of people.
They're trying to beat people into submission to the point where it's like, we don't care if we get beat. There's more of us than y'all.
That is a lot of police vehicles.
You know, does that happen if the Black Panther's in Portland, Oregon? You know, does that happen?
I mean, the arrests, I guess, are for being out when the police decided it was an unlawful assembly.
Yep.
They just sort of, at a certain point, I think, got tired of people being outside and started shooting pepper balls into the crowd. Of course, people in the crowd responded by throwing stuff and shining lasers at them, and, you know, eventually they surrounded the crowd with riot police and rushed in.
I'm just so glad he's
So yeah, we're gonna get in as close as we can and film these arrests for you. Yeah.
I love you.
I mean, we can get it from here. We can get it from the corner. So here we go. I know, we're pressed. Oh wait, no, this is just they're just waiting. This is just a staging area. Look at how many.
Damn.
Okay, so we go to the left. Wow, just so many police officers here. So this is a very sizable chunk of them here.
And remember, these people aren't here to go take down organized crime or fucking do anything good.
Was this all blocked off?
This is what they do on a day-to-day basis in the police department in 2020 during during the robbery of the Federal Reserve of the pandemic.
So, a lot of police here. Again, this has been
the
fucking
arresting First Amendment
presence of police officers that I've seen on the streets. You can see here another big old line of them rolling right up.
Arresting protesters for protesting.
A ton of police.
Just because we're told.
And again, my theory is kind of that they,
shows how powerful brainwashing
people
is.
On them, and more people in. It seems like they've just got every vehicle in the city.
People trained to infringe upon your rights and just you as a human being on a drop of a dime.
Try to tamp down on
these dudes don't think about like, yo, what if my kids are out on the streets, and one of my cop buddies does this, what if my wife's out here in these protests, or my kids?
It's empty.
It's like, nah, they don't care.
Cheeto cam is just something, but you saw their staging. This ain't good, man.
Yeah.
It's a solid sized group back over on the Cheeto, but.
No, we're getting reports that they're arresting people. Yeah.
They arresting dudes on bikes.
Several arrests tonight, They seem to be staging groups.
Yo, they are, by the way, just like mobsters, thugs, whatever you want to call them. Because remember, they just be like, oh, wrong place, wrong time. Like cops, same thing. Wrong place, wrong time. You want to ride your bike? Too bad.
I know, dude just riding his bike, and they was like, nope, no riding bikes.
Yeah.
They saw that guy on his bike and saw a threat.
Yeah.
And arrest.
Yeah, they just start, and they were shooting at the crowd the whole time, too. Yeah, so we're again just trying to figure out where people are. They really definitely split the crowd up.
Modern KKA ass people.
Hearing reports from some people we know that a couple of large groups are still out there, which I'm guessing the police are running after. But like, we are kind of just in the middle. Oh, we're near the. You'll enjoy this. We're near the Target. You looked at my footage Friday night. You saw a whole bunch of people really just fuck that Target up. I mean, they fucked that Target up.
See, on Command Center, this dude, Council Member GR May. Fucking Seattle. He said it best. He's like, I'll die for my kids to have freedom. So it's like they ain't gotta die for it.
Exactly.
Yeah, they actually shot me earlier. They shot me in the hand holding my press pass with some kind of impact munition. It broke on impact. I couldn't tell you what it was.
That's what those motherfuckers don't get, because they don't have value systems. They don't understand that you're able to value somebody else's life.
Like these cops don't understand. I was like, you ain't gonna be a cop forever,
So we'll see if they're actually there. If they've been
like, hey, you gonna want to do something else, and then eventually you gonna be on the other side of this.
Fortunately, when they broke up the whole crowd, we kind of wound up cordoned off from some folks. So, Tinth and Milk. So Sergio's there with Tinth and Milk.
Pretty sizable still crowd over in Cheeto.
Oh, he said milk, like Harvey Milk.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how you can just be one of these people,
So,
And,
we're gonna try and
I don't know how you go home and sleep, After doing that shit. Like, I just,
see explosives.
saw a couple dudes on the bike, arrested them. Somebody recorded me as me and my five-man squad was arresting one guy. Beat him with a nightstick, pepper sprayed him off. Beat him with a fucking club.
I think it tells you.
I felt threatened.
I think it tells you what a lot of people already know. The cops would prefer if there was nobody to police, because they're all gone or pacified. They're not even part of the community at this point. They're the fucking oppressors in the community.
Yes.
Blatantly, and it's
They
not
are.
like that. Like normally, I mean, like this is in fucking Seattle and Portland. This shit's happening.
Mhm.
And they got like a fucking like. I mean, seriously, like how many cops? A couple, like 400. You've seen in each city in Portland, Seattle, 500.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane
Probably.
with National Guard
Their
and
police
shit.
force is probably more. The police force is honestly probably more.
Yeah, I know, but
Because they're probably calling in dudes from other counties, you know, and shit.
So the group we were with kind of went scattering. Yeah, except for the people who got arrested. Yeah. So we'll keep. Yeah, I mean, we're looking for wherever the largest group of people we can find is.
yo, that guy's got snacks, water, eye wash. He got it all in the orange bag. You see a lot of people wearing black, by the way.
We begin.
Yep,
Very
hey,
interesting.
they get in uniforms.
Kind
They're
of
organized.
Yep.
rolling barricades through the streets.
Bless you.
Thank you, baby.
You are good.
Yeah. You too.
That guy's going home with an umbrella at least.
Yeah, they definitely seem to be causing a bit more of a civil disturbance than anyone else.
How do these guys go home at night? How you go lay in bed with your partner and be like, yeah, I'm proud of what I did? How you gonna look your kid in the eyes and be like, yeah, I'm proud of what I'm doing? You know, probably got a lot of their kid and be like, oh yeah, the whole city is turned against me. You know, like woe is me type shit. Like the cops are the victims.
Yeah.
Everybody's just that fucking brainwashed.
No, they don't. They shot me right in the hand holding my press badge. Yeah. Yeah, they don't give a shit. You too. I'm gonna cross behind them. The people look out for us, though. That's always nice.
Yeah, the people always look out for you, not the cops. They'll beat the shit out of you and spray you with chemicals in your face.
Corey Elliott needs medical help at 3rd and Taylor.
They definitely ain't showing dudes getting maced and cops just seeing dudes standing there and shooting all tear gas into them. That ain't what they seen.
We're not breaking the law. We're journalists. Can you look up Corey Elliott's Twitter? See what he's posting? Someone says
People
that
getting
he
shot at point blank range with rubber bullets. You know, rubber bullets are meant to be shot at the ground and then they're supposed to bounce and hit people.
He's a journalist.
That's what up in here.
But nah, they're just shooting like they're just normal shit. You know what that tells me? That that we all been saying, lack of training.
Corey got sprayed badly, it looks like. Some people are saying.
I know rubber bullets are meant to be shot at the ground and bounce. These guys, they don't. I bet they don't even know that. They probably shoot someone with a rubber bullet and be like, oh, it's just rubber, you know? It can't hurt that bad. It's not meant to kill you.
Urgent medical pickup at 3rd.
All the while,
let's try to get over
people still getting taxes ripped out of their checks.
It's hard to tell what we should do because people back at justice apparently too. Okay. All right. Sounds right. Oh, with the gas? Yeah. Yeah, PPB is certainly. Wait. Certainly gassing again. Here we go. Let's cross here, I guess.
Can only go one way, man. Something's got to give.
Yeah, they're gassing the hell out of people, huh?
And if it wasn't for people being so dedicated to just protesting, it would already be at the point where it's just like, oh, we see cops on the streets and we outnumber them, jump them. It would already be at that point. If it weren't for people saying no, don't throw shit, don't fight them.
We're gonna try to get back down to.
I think
there's
that's
a big
because,
squad still.
Go.
The Cheeto King. stalked by a fucking gang of psychos, though, making a bunch of fucking noise.
I think it's at Corey Elliott. Yeah. People heckling the police still.
Horrible. Just horrible.
And again, I think you have to objectively say the police tactics were more effective at dispersing the crowd than out. They're still coming. You know, Sergio doesn't stream. He does like photos and stuff. Yeah, the real Corey Elliott. That's the one.
Country sends in the chaos. What do our leaders do? Send their goons out to send a message.
I know I haven't looked too hard, but
I don't know.
where the fuck is like Bernie, man? Just useless.
Art museum?
I know. Hey,
He was.
he
Remember, he
probably-
got arrested once protesting for civil rights.
Mhm.
What the
Scared
fuck
to
is
do
he
it
now?
They
Alright,
took
well,
his
let's check out
balls. They
Justice
took his
as
old
well.
age got to him or
Thank
something.
you.
He ain't with the shits no more.
Yeah.
You know, if
Yep.
it in a better timeline, in a better world, Bernie Sanders seizes this opportunity with both hands and leads the movement and be like, oh, I've been here before, you know, and I'll do it again, type shit. You know?
I don't know.
Yeah, we
But no.
tried to stick with the group, but kind of the group that we wound
He
up sticking with.
he'll sit in his
Yeah,
in
got
his house and
resolved
in his
very quickly.
office,
It is sort of this thing
send
you
out a
kinda
couple
have to
tweets just so I can call him a fucking
hedge your
coward and
bets.
tell him to get off his
I'm glad
ass.
that the reporters all kind of split up and that Corey wound
They're
up with
just
me on
following the
bombing
protesters.
He'll
We're okay, thank you.
Stalking.
he'll
So
say,
thankfully,
oh, this is
Corey and,
unacceptable,
Sergio kind of
but won't do nothing
got
about
on
it. You know,
front
where's the
protesters
legislation
who
at,
wanted to stay
Bernie?
together
You know,
longer.
where's the call to
Still
action?
getting coverage from them. Yeah. Yeah,
You
they're
know,
grenading. So we're gonna try to get back
we
in.
probably have the most foul-mouthed president ever. Why don't you go call the president a fucking pussy and dare him to do something better, you know? Real shit. You know, why don't you be a man about the situation?
Yeah. You know, I think if the protests are going to continue to evolve and last, there is going to need to be a significant evolution in
Every
like
time
the
I see one of
information
Biden's
ecosystem
fucking
that they
tweets
use.
just pop
Like,
on my timeline, I also
not
call
just
him
an
a
app
fucking
to kind of
pussy.
let crowds
Oh,
vote on
man,
actions,
you
but like some
ain't you
sort
the
of
dude who
better
Biden did the same shit
communication
Biden is doing, you
stream.
know, just talking in
And
platitudes.
of course, like
Like,
it's going to
oh,
be
this is
immediately
horrible, you
infiltrated
know,
by
I can't
police. So
believe
like
Trump
cops will
allowed this to
obviously be
happen.
listening
I'm
in,
like, bro, like, this
but
is your crime bill
you know,
in
people who
action,
kind
you
of
know?
know
Like, you
what to communicate and
racist
how in order
ass
to,
saying I
I
ain't
don't know.
black because I don't want to vote for Trump with less memory.
Yeah.
Robert Evans says the protests are gonna have to get more sophisticated. Like,
Because I don't want to vote for your brand of puppet.
But there's also sirens absolutely everywhere, which I think people are kind of missing a little bit. We've headed in the direction of huge groups of sirens a number of times and just found
Because
huge
Biden
convoys
ain't
full
shit
of
either.
police. So it's kind of difficult
And Bernie sees this shit playing
tell
out
where
before his eyes,
stuff
man.
is
Don't know how
happening.
he
We're
goes to
also
sleep
getting
either.
reports.
I don't know how any
You know,
politician
I
goes
think
to
every
sleep, you
cross
know,
street downtown
when their
Portland
state is like
reported
this.
to me is
because
where
the
the
whole world's
protesters
been
are
like
in the
this
last
for
30
fucking
minutes.
since JFK, and even
Yeah, I
before
mean,
that,
there's
since the Federal Reserve.
police there. See?
Yeah. Like, how you sit by this?
We're going to check out
How you
Justice.
see this and be like, yup, this is what happened.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, that is kind of where we are in the city of Portland right now. Is that the safest way to walk down the street is with your hands in the air. The police don't shoot at you.
The safest way to walk through the city of Portland is with your hands in the air, so the police don't shoot you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not everybody feels like hands up, don't shoot. Even the
Very
press.
surreal scene here as people are playing classical music on speakers outside of the Justice Center. And I don't know how much of a crowd could be there. It looks like a pretty heavy police presence. So, Yeah, everything is
Well,
definitely.
I'm at 50 minutes again on this, so this is getting long. I'm about to stop here. Fucking shit, you just keep making noise. We made noises with our vehicle. Derp derp. Fucking pigs. Look at them looking too. Look at them. Fucking psycho.
Yeah.
Fucking other way, you
A real
piece of
surreal moment. Just listening to. Oh. Police ordering people to move their vehicles. So that is kind of where we are in America, in Portland. It's police rolling through in groups, slamming on people's cars, making people hold their hands up in the streets of their own city, where they pay the taxes that pay the police officers' salaries.
Yep, it's general
You could
strike
be
time.
angry at this if you were prone to anger.
Just general strike time, bro. Everybody needs to just stop. You can't keep supporting a fucking world like this.
Yeah, this is 3rd and Taylor, so... Oh, Corey?
Man, just like Bernie, man, you prop up a corrupt system, man. He's just as bad as the system.
You all know if Corey Elliott was around here? Oh, Corey. Where you at, man?
I mean, hey, you still there?
Thank you.
Grandpa?
Corey. What's happening?
Hey, just that one dude.
You okay, man?
You check on this video.
I sorry, I've been streaming the whole time. I'll send it out, yeah.
Would you like an eye flashlight?
Hello?
Okay.
Do you want to get a statement now, Corey? I've got the stream going here. It's at my face at the moment.
I was recording there, and I was actually trying to follow officers' instructions of which way to go, and then I walked up on the back of a group that was being pushed forward, and as I was doing so, I had my press pass out, you know, I was trying to make sure I was identified, and then an officer turned directly towards me. Somebody, I think, spun me towards him or something, because I was going to turn away from him, and he sprayed me directly across the eyes once and then twice. And then
That's the guy we watched.
got my camera, got my eyes, I went down.
I'm so sorry, man.
I was sitting there stuck in the middle of Chapman under one of the trees, screaming for a good 5 minutes that I'm blind, I can't see, nobody was around, nobody would help me, I was freaking out. I finally got enough of my eye open on the right side that I was able to get up and start like seeing which direction to go, and I was heading down towards the corner of 3rd and Salmon, and then I fell over one of the park benches, hit my shin, landed right on my head. I think I lost one of my vape pens back there, or tobacco, I'm not even sure at this point. I was able to stumble to the corner. When I got down there, I couldn't see any further. I just started screaming that I couldn't see. And this man Ashanti here, he ended up being one of the people amongst the crowd that was there on the corner. They came and helped me across the way, walked me down to my bike here, which was 1 block north of 3rd and Salmon, and ended up unlocking my bike, sitting me there for a minute until I was able to get my eyes flushed enough to see. I was actually assaulted a few nights back. I've had my podcast co-host over at Cable out here. She was assaulted as well. Officers are not taking it easy on us, press.
No.
They're treating us the same as anybody else. And I mean, I got that right around my neck I've been holding out. You don't see it right now because my face mask is in my pocket. It was completely trashed during all that, but it says press across the front of it. I've been trying to do the best I can to stay out of officers' way while still being able to get footage on the front line. And it feels like they are deliberately targeting me. And I don't know why. I will say one thing. I am a board member at PSU, Student Media, and we have several student journalists that are out here. I fought for them to get press passes so that things like this wouldn't happen to them at protests. Because I covered protests through those publications for several years, and every time I was at one and had a paper pass, I would get looked at by officers like I was a fake, like I was a phony. But I'm sitting here dedicated for 3 years to this field of journalism, politics, protests, homelessness. That's my beat. If I see any of my student journalists from PSU get injured like I have been, PSU will be taking full legal actions against PPB. And I want that known.
Thanks, Corey.
They're right here. Thank you.
Sorry, Corey. Get better, man. Doing fucking great work, Corey. All right. So that was Corey Elia at the real Corey Elia on Twitter, who's been repeatedly attacked by the Portland Police Bureau. He says he thinks they're targeting him, and just looking at the footage I saw of him post his earlier assault, I'd be surprised if they weren't. They targeted and injured Sergio Olmos last night, and for all I know, considering what's going on tonight, they may have injured him again tonight. I really don't know. They shot me in the hand holding my press pass earlier. So they're, Portland Police Bureau certainly seems to be targeting journalists. And that was the second. I also got shot a couple of nights earlier with a tear gas grenade. So they're, I wouldn't be surprised if they are deliberately targeting journalists. And again, we're going to see what we can find up at the Justice Center. We're okay. Thank you, though. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you, though. Oh, that's nice.
Fuck.
Yeah. See where he is. If there's still anything going on, we'll try to get to him.
You there?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you, though. I hydrate a hell of a lot, like right when it seems like it's about to go off.
Stop it here. Thanks for watching.
I have a pretty decent sense for that now.